What's up, YouTube land? How you guys doing? I am doing wonderful. I am heading home from work. Oh my God, guys. I'm just like, it's raining and traffic is so terrible in Atlanta when it rains. How's traffic where you guys are? I mean, the traffic here just gets worse and worse. Oh, my week has been long / short. I lost my last living uncle, my father's brother. We had his funeral on Monday, and so I was off Monday and Tuesday, and returned back to work yesterday because today is Thursday, in case I didn't say that. So it's been a whirlwind of a week. It's just kind of been one of those situations where, I don't know, guys, it just seems so surreal right now. Very surreal. Just to know that my uncle, and he lived in his home for like over 40 years, and just to go back, to my parents' hometown and pass that house and knowing that he's no longer there, it was just really, like I said, it was just a really surreal feeling. And then just to know that, in a nutshell, I don't have any more uncles. Like, I don't have any more uncles. It's really hard for me to say, well, let me just put it like this. My mother has have siblings, but I have zero relationship with them because we didn't know them coming up. It was just like, we didn't really know them. They would call my mom, talk on the phone or whatever, those that accepted her. For the ones that didn't accept her, never spoke with her. And so I can't really look at them and say, hey, those are your uncles, because there's a zero relationship there. I mean, just be really honest. If they ever see this video, they will probably feel some kind of way. And I'm not trying to be, a-hole or anything. I'm just really honestly speaking truth. And the truth is, my mom has more of a telephone, let's call and check on every once in a while relationship. Now, I did find a couple of them on Facebook, but I mean, they didn't even know who I was personally. And my mom called one and said, hey, that's my daughter. And I'm like, wow, I sent you a message telling you, my name and who I am, but maybe you didn't get it. Right? Some people don't get messages on Facebook. It is what it is. But, my whole thing is, I don't know them. So my uncle, which we call, had a cute little name for him. He grew up being called Butterbean. I don't know why he was called Butterbean. Maybe he looked like a little Butterbean when he was a baby or something. And so they all had like the cutest nicknames, my aunts and my dad. And so, he, like I said, was my last living uncle. That's who, and so it's very devastating. My dad had a brother, that passed away before I was born, and then my aunts were married to men that were my uncles, and they were amazing. And my uncle that passed away, I mean, he was just absolutely amazing, guys. He was the sweetest person, and the most wonderful thing was, so many people walked up to my dad, because him and my dad looked identical alike. They walked up to my dad and said, your brother was such a blessing in my life. Your brother was a blessing to me. Your brother. And I mean, and these were, people say that sometimes when someone passed. But these individuals were very sincere. You know, they were crying, they were somber, and they were like, he was just a blessing to me. And it just kind of was, I was just felt so good, guys. I felt just to know that he was just that a blessing to someone like that. I just felt so good, you know. It did not hit me really hard his until I walked into his house Monday. And I saw his bedroom there and his bed, and woo, a rush. It just blew me away. And so I was just so Monday and Tuesday, because I don't know what's going on with my phone, guys. It's in focus. Child, I got a new phone for my birthday. Gary got me this Note 9, and I'm telling you, phone should not be complicated. I mean, good gosh. But anyhow, Monday and Tuesday, I was just so filled with emotion. And so I had only took one day off, and my boss was like, well, you know, you get bereavement. And I said, well, I'm just going to take Monday. I'll be back Tuesday. But Monday evening, I just had to text him like what I thought I was going to be able to do. I'm not. Like, I'm not up to it. And you know, he texted me back and was like, look, take your time. You know, so that's how my week pretty much has been. Just a wave of emotions. But I'm so blessed in the midst of all of this that I have both of my parents still living. My dad and my mom are still living, kicking and thriving. And so I'm looking at my cousins, and they have lost both of their parents. You know, both of their parents are gone at this time. And, you know, I was looking at it like, wow, you know, I can't really describe, you know, what I was feeling, but I was feeling, on one end, I was feeling so hurt. On the next end, I was like, God, I am so thankful, because I'm so very thankful. But I also feel like I want to be the person, I want to live my life, and I want to be the person to be a blessing to somebody. And I want someone to say that about me, and with sincerity. I don't ever want to go and people feel like they got to dig very deep inside to say something good about me. I want to live my life where I'm a blessing to others. You know, I'm working in human services now. And when I tell you, I feel so good about what I do, because I want to help people. I passed by a food bank today, and there were like 20 young men standing out there, food pantry, for food because they were hungry. And I could just imagine, you know, my son being one of those young men. I wouldn't want that. My nephew being one of those young men, I wouldn't want that. My cousin being one of those young men, I don't want that. And I sat there and I said, you know what? I wish that I had the money to help. I wish I had the money to help those that sleep on the street, to help those that have no food. When I volunteered at these pantries, sometimes they food banks and they shelter, these young people come, they have these children are starving. It just does something to me. And I just want to be someone to change that, you know. And with that being said, I told my husband, I said, look, going back to school, that's what I've been working on all day, trying to get all my documents together and, you know, enroll in school. And I'm going to major in sociology. because that's community and human service, what I do now. And so I want to be able to bring awareness. I want to be able to bring awareness. I want to be able to help. These are the things I want to do. And, my uncle was the kind of individual where you didn't have nowhere to go. If my cousins didn't have anywhere to go, if they didn't have any food to eat, anything, his doors were always open. And you don't find that anymore. People don't want anyone living with them anymore. People don't want to open up the door anymore. And there are various reasons why people don't. Let's just be really honest. Sometimes people don't want it because they're barely have it themselves. Another time is that people are going through their own issues and problems and they can't take on anyone else's issues and problems. I get it. Thirdly, sometimes a person may feel, hey, this may be a bad seed and I don't want to have to deal with that bad seed's, problems and issues coming into the household. And then it's just some people that just flat out don't care. They don't consider any of that or not going through anything. They just don't care. I just don't want that person living with me. I'm not opening my doors because I just don't want to. I don't like living with anyone. I don't like opening my door. And my husband and I, we've done that in the past. Let me tell you something. It's not easy to have someone live with you. It's not. Especially when that person is so, that person is going through so much and they're so down. And, it takes a long time for them to get back on their feet. And so you do miss, being able to come into your home and come into your house and get comfortable the way that you want to be comfortable and kick off your shoes and talk and do. Those things do happen, that does happen. But God provides a light at the end of every tunnel. And sometimes be that person's beacon of light. Be that light. And let that person be able to come in and get on their feet. Because working in human services, I've seen people 60 plus years old. I've seen 80-year-olds that are homeless in their cars. They have no one. Because people just don't want to open the door. You don't know what it's like to not have somewhere to go. When nightfall hit, all you have is your car. So, that's one of the things. I'm supposed to start school in January. I'm really excited about that. And yeah, guys, that's just kind of been my week, what's been on my mind, what's been on my heart. And I just wanted to do a come ride with me video. I didn't want it to be extremely long, but sometimes I like to do a come ride with me or a tea talk or something to get some things off of my mind and chest. I just need that, and I could do that with my husband, but my husband provides, a lot of feedback when I'm talking. It's I can't get all my feelings out. So I just really need, to just open up and just say what I need to say without the interruption. Oh my God, I am pulling up at my house, you guys, and I know my YouTube videos are inconsistent, but for those of you that watch it and that come along with me and support me, I thank you so very much. I thank you so very much. Oftentimes I have a message and I put it out there and I hope that message can touch someone. I do. And I hope this message could touch you. It wasn't extremely deep. I didn't do all of that, but I'm just hoping that this message can, touch someone. So, God, I'm about to get in this house. I've been cooking every single night. I'm like, I did some shopping, some rearranging on my bookshelf and doing some things like that. So I am eventually going to do some videos on that. I'm looking at this, guys, because I got in my car the other day and this light wouldn't come on. So now this light is on. I don't know what's going on. My car can act up sometimes. Boy, I tell you. Good grief. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys have a great day. Look for some more videos from me. I'm doing some home decor stuff. I am ready for Christmas because I'm getting some Christmas things going on. Decorating my library, my den, my foyer. So, man, I'm super excited. I'm super excited. So, you guys have a great night. And I'm going to get in here and get dinner started. Can you see I'm happy?